Hey, Cedar Valley, it is Thursday morning. I missed you yesterday, but I've got a thought for you this week. In John chapter 5, we're going through one chapter of the book of John a week as a church. Hopefully you're diving into it, digging into the word, wrestling with it, learning about it, and we're just adding some thoughts to help you in your studies on that. Next week we'll be talking about John chapter 6, but John chapter 5, on Sunday we talked a little bit about the start of it. There's a miracle, there's a healing of the man at the pool, but then it goes on into a bit of a monologue where Jesus is just doing a bit of Q&A, kind of just talking about himself, his deity, what his purpose is, why he's here, and how he is God and man. And there's a line in there where he says, I could testify about myself, who I am, but I don't because it wouldn't impact you in the right way. In fact, even though my testimony, like if I told you I'm God, that's all the authority you need, but you wouldn't hear it properly. And this kind of made me even think about later on, where Caesar asked Jesus, like, well, who are you? Are you the Son of Man? Are you the Son of God? And Jesus says, well, you've said so. And it always bugged me, like, why didn't Jesus just say, yeah, I am? And there's a line C.S. Lewis has that I thought really brought some power to this. This idea that a real God doesn't demand to be called God. He doesn't need to tell people, you give me this name, because he earns it himself just by being present. C.S. Lewis kind of words it more in a way of like, you might wrestle, trying to figure out if one man, who has authority between men and leaders and whatnot, that's powerful. But when a real God, when the God is in your presence, it's undeniable, So by his actions, by Jesus's actions, by his story, by his relationships, by his miraculous transformations, and just his words, that he is God. So when we're continuing reading through the Gospel of John, just dive into seeing who Jesus was as a man. You will see him as God through that. Thanks, Cedar Valley.